Welcome back, everybody. I'm Lars, and this is KSP Expansive System. So, episode 2, and as you might notice, I have fired up a couple of communication satellites, the Sparrow 201 series, which means second generation Sparrow first iteration. We also have a second iteration here, and that has one of these ScanSat thingamajigs. You can see here it has now scanned the whole thing. We can analyze the data. It's only 30 science, but hey, 30 science is 30 science, which is not bad. And we can also reanalyze the data. No, we actually got all of it. Okay, cool. So we have a full-size map, and this is in a polar orbit, so it will also slightly help us with communications. The antenna here is only 2,500 kilometers, but it's at a 250 range, so it should be able. We'll see actually when this thing passes the space center. Now we should lose contact, and we're still in contact up here because of this relaying our thingamajigs. Now let's see, so we have 54 more science, and yeah, you might notice I have unlocked the panels here, which is very good. Which it basically means we can have permanent satellites, and I think it's time to start going like out to the moon and such, but of course we should probably pick up some contracts. Alright, so we have two contracts here. First one is perform an unmanned moon flyby mission. It doesn't need to be a flyby, we just need to reach the SOI. And yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. We should be able to just launch one, and as long as we're able to actually hit we are fine. Basically hit the SOI. So you can see here, moon flyby, yeah, you can see destination, the moon. Basically destination the moon means that we are sort of targeting the moon-ish, right? And we also have crash a probe on moon, and well, it needs to be unmanned, it needs to have destination the moon, altitude be below 2000 or 25 kilometers, speed is easy enough to do, and it needs to be destroyed. This will give us a grand total of 124 science and around a little bit over actually 100,000 monies, and which will mean we are going to be able to upgrade some stuffs. And I'm thinking not that one, but I think this is the one we need to get patched conics. 150, it's a bit expensive. This one would let us make bigger rockets, but we need this one as well to get more parts, and that's probably more interesting. We could of course do the extra contracts, we can get more, and tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. That one might be interesting together with this one at some point, but let's just get these two contracts done. So we'll use this craft, the Sparrow 203 Heavy. It's basically just the same thing, more fuel, and just removed that sciencey thing and added a long-range antenna. I also removed two of the batteries because we won't need them. I did beef up the other ones though, so should still be fine. Start slightly tipping over. We'll do probably a couple of orbits before we're able to go to the moon, but the launch should be fairly standard. We just need to try to not overdo the speed before we actually get somewhere, and we probably still need to be a bit careful here, but yeah, we're not going to get any support from this thing. Maybe I should have waited until this Sparrow was like here, because that would give us a bigger range. Even though we would get over here, we would be fine. Okay, topped out at 200 and something meters a second on the way up. We just want to punch through the thicker part of the atmosphere and get into orbit. Alright, so we are in an orbit now. We can target the cabin and activate this thing. Yeah, I said activate. Yeah, this is going to drain our batteries. And probably a bit quickly, I'm afraid. It actually drains faster than we can. Okay, that's bad. Let's just deactivate this thing. We won't need it, probably. I just added that because I had one part left over. We could do the burn here, but I think the problem is we might get stuck at this point. Well, we'll see. There we go. Yeah, we just lost contact. We'll have to wait one orbit until this thing is here-ish, and we'll do the burn for the moon. So we'll have to do this the old school way. This is how we did it before the maneuver nodes kids. This is how we did it. And it's not too hard, really. So this is the Sparrow 203 Heavy, and it's getting ready for its voyage to the moon. Okay, so we'll do this and here. So we have moonrise here. This is good. We have contact, pretty safe contact. We can now do the burn, and we might have to do an adjustment when we get closer, but that doesn't matter much. We can't set any targets, we can't do anything. We don't get even the patched conics. We might only get the flyby thing, but I'm fairly certain that we are able to do this. Okay, so we have the moon, and hopefully we will be caught in its SOI. And yeah, we are caught in its SOI in a second or two. Yeah, and we are just going to go with the flyby. That is fine. Yeah, we sent the moon probe on the flyby. We'll see what happens when we actually get through here. This won't, of course, go into a proper orbit. We'll see what happens, though. Yeah, so it increased the periapse a bit. We got sort of a chuck out there. But this is fine. We might even get a connection now, so we can put it north. Oh, come on. You should be able to do that. You're not that far up. Come on. Oh, no, wait. We're all out, and we probably won't be able to get any power any soon, I think. This thing does get some. We might be able to execute a roll. No, let's just go one more orbit around and see if we can get a connection so I can roll it around. Because if you can roll it around, then we did have some current there. We don't have a connection. We might get one here. Come on. Oh, no. No connection. Well, let's try once more. Oh, we actually almost got the moon again. We might crash into the moon at some point. Theoretically, we have to. We have some current, but no. Not gonna get a connection here either. So we're really not able to research what I wanted because we don't have the upgrade yet. But I think we'll do the fuel systems thingy, just bigger tanks and stuff, but also the external fuel duct, which is just very, very good. Also a very small engine, which is nice. So I think that's probably our best bet. And yeah, I'll actually look at the probe we just sent out and see if it will intersect the moon again. And would you look at that, it did on the first orbit, just barely, but that would oh, it changed our periapse that much. That's probably a bad thing. This basically means that the hope of getting any contact down here is slim to none, especially since we aren't generating any power. We might still hit the moon though, or get flung somewhere, I guess. But oh, look at this. We are going to hit the moon. We are hitting the moon. Perfect. We are going to get that contract. Oh man, sweet. Let's just watch, shall we? Let's just watch. I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. And kaboom, right? Kaboom? Kaboom. Kaboom. And we got the contract. Perfect. Alright, new mission. We are supposed to get into this orbit. And I think I made something that can do it. But first we'll have to line up more or less perfectly on the other side here, like that. That should be good. We still don't have the maneuver nodes and such, so it's sort of kind of tricky. But let's see, like this. This thing is fairly simple. We have some long range antenna and such, which we will enable in a second. I just want to make sure that we can get as close as possible to where we are actually going. And if we don't get there, this should have plenty of juice though. Yeah. As you can see, the apoapse is... I want to go a bit further down than that. I'm just trying to line it up. You don't have to be perfectly on it, but you should get as close as possible. Okay, so that's 13. Oh, that's a bit long actually. Well, we could do this to just give it a push down here. And then we should be able to move it like this. Okay, so that's probably good enough. So we want to go, let's see, how will this be? We are going this way. We want to go sort of this way, I think. So like this, I think, should increase it. Yeah, if we go burn this way, over here, should at least be able to line this up. That's perfect. And we're also, I think, are we crooked this way? Yeah, we might want to do that adjustment out here if possible. And we want to stretch this back a bit if possible. 12 something, 12/8. Yeah, okay, so now we want to burn like this, just adjust that. It's our apoapse is 12/3 something, and our periapse there. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. That is sweet. So it's not much science, but it is a lot of money and reputation, though that's not really that important. Do this for now. Why this thing is shaking, I have no idea. But it'll probably stop after time warping or something. One more mission for today. We are going to go back to the moon. Well, this time we're actually going into an orbit as well. We have the Sparrow 401 here, which has a scanner and a couple of other goodies, sciencey goodies. And we also have a contract here that says, well, we don't care about that one, but we are going to have the altimetry scan of Minmus, or the moon. That's the orbit we're going into. And then we also have science data from space around the moon, which that would cover. And we also have a thing for just going into orbit around the moon. I don't know where that is. Yeah, orbit the first artificial satellite. So this is going to be great. We are going to get a lot of good stuff done here. And since we now have the maneuver nodes, remote tech is a lot easier to deal with because we can sort of just schedule our burns. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. And 800 something, we have 2500. So we can now just say, oh, well, we have to have some connection before we can do this, of course. So we'll just spin around, wait for a connection, which will probably happen soon. You might notice we have a couple of other thingies here as well, which is good. We have a couple of satellites set up in high polar orbits. They would give us some extra coverage on the moon, which is good. We can't really rely on that long term, but they work for now, which is important. Now, what we're going to do now, first of all, is to say you are going to target mission control, activate, and the other guy is going to target. Oh, which one is it? It's the outer one. This is the 01 thingy. Yeah. So polar long range 01. You are going to target that one. Just so we have some bit more coverage. Well, actually, you are non-mission control. Just Kerbin in general. That's good enough. Okay, so we have a connection which should be decently stable now. We are going to say focus on the node. We have that. I'm happy with this burn. And we are going to do a correction at the sending node, of course, just to get into a, well, as correct of an orbit as possible. Alright, so now we can just say execute and do a time warp. And even if we lose the connection right now, we are going to be able to do the burn. We don't have to worry about that because the computer is already set. So we've set up another node and yeah, connection error, but that doesn't matter because we are just going to execute that burn and that's it really. Okay, so we have a new node to execute here. Now, the thing is, I set up this node, but it might not be perfect when we actually get into the SOI. It happens sometimes, so that kind of messes up. So when we get into the SOI, we will actually just check that again. Okay, will we have a connection for a while now? Yeah, we should have. Right, so we can do some adjustments here. Yeah, so this is the orbit we should be in. I don't know if it's really... It doesn't really matter that we have the exact one here, but it is a good orbit, so we might as well try to go for it. Now, yeah, this is not perfect. We really want this to be like just better. Okay, so we can do the node here. We can decrease this, and we have an intersection here which we can use. So that's good enough, I guess. You can hold the node, you can execute that, and then we'll just do the warp. We will lose connection, I think, very soon. This, of course, is not perfect, but it's okay. And we'll probably lose connection right before we would do the burn. Oh, we're actually good here. Network is not perfect. This is not the final network. All of these satellites around here still have enough juice to deorbit themselves, which is good. Very good. Might have been good to have some more battery capacity here. Okay. So this is good. We can now just remove this. And the generation is still the same here. Oh, and we have signals delay, don't we? Oh, it's not too bad. I'm just going to just do a baseline check. Yeah, we are good on power-ish here. we are going to do a burn in the intersection of contract complete. We are first artificial satellite. That's good. We are going to do the maneuver right here. Just pull the orbit around a bit. Okay, so now the apoapse is fine. Eccentricity is good enough. We need to fix the inclination. Yeah, you just stop that. Inclination should be between 84.7 and 85.7, and it is right now 85.9. Okay, so we'll just go to the descending node, add the maneuver, and we'll have to slip just slightly this way, I think. It's a bit much. It's actually kind of hard to see. Okay, so this dotted thing, we need that to align with the green one. There we go. And that shouldn't affect our apoapse or periapse too much. Okay, so that's good. Set up the node thing. That's good. Pack the command. And we'll just warp to the other side. And we should be good. I want to do the kill rotation right now. I want to go and point more or less to the north. Usually just put your stuff to the north. It's better for the solar panels usually, and it's also better for like this, for any docking maneuvers you need to do at some point. It's just easier to deal with when you know that everything is pointed straight north. And if you have a docking port, try to get that on top. Usually it's on top, so it's fine. Okay, so now we have to do the scan. Do this. This will drain some of our battery capacity, but it's not really that significant. Okay, now we can just do some time warping. And where's my... Oh, this reset did it. No, we have it here. So you can see we are at 7% already. Let's just finish up this warp thingy here. Get a bit nauseous. Oh, it should be fine. Our waste heat is sort of manageable. We might have gone with not enough radiators, but it should keep going until it's too much. Okay, so we'll just let this thing finish up. Oh, as close as possible at least. 99 point something. Yeah, that's good. We only needed 50%, but I like just getting all of it. So we can analyze the data, we can keep scanning. We send back 40 more science. And we can also record some more stuff. We have the mini sciencey things. We'll do that. And I also have this barometer thingy, which actually works now. Instrument reads 0. Yeah, I know. Oh, and log temperature here as well. We can send back. Send back. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care if it doesn't work after this. Oh, yes, okay, we're low on power. We have sent all the things, haven't we? Yeah, should have had more battery capacity. Do this, yes, transmit. Battery is draining. Yes, I know we're below the threshold. It's fine, I promise. It's gonna be okay. We'll do this as well, yeah. And we can do this one, yes. This is just a ton of science. is good. Okay, we have this. I think that was all the sciencey stuff we had here. Yeah, these guys are not getting rid of heat as well as I had hoped. I think they get more efficient when they actually increase in temperature, so we are bound to have some waste heat building up, and then it should be reduced. Okay, science data from space, that's another 50k, and we also got altimetry scan, that's 35 and 63k. So now we have 500,000 again, and we have 171 science, which we shall spend right away. We have 170 science. It would be interesting getting some of this more advanced stuff, but yeah, it's not gonna happen straight away, because we need like 450 blinks to actually get the upgrade, and I guess it's not that important. Miniaturization doesn't do anything we can't already do, I guess, since we have the tweak scale stuff. I think we'll just go for heavy rocketry, and then we are going to the moon next time. So yeah, I hope you'll join me then, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you then. Bye bye!